Hi everyone, welcome to My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and back with me, back by popular demand, is Paul Friedlander. He's a little bit shy, so give him up an applause for his return visit from West Pasco. Thank you again.
It's absolutely a pleasure and always an honor to be here with you. And we appreciate you taking the time to get out into the communities and take the time to care about your chambers. That's what's so important. So
on a very serious note, and thank you. And you know what? The pleasure is all mine. We're going to be talking about what we did last week as far as getting out into the community, and it just feels so good.
It was a blast. Last week was the 22nd annual Business Development Week.
That's what I understand.
Put on by the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce, and it was chaired by a gentleman by the name of Luby Sidoff, who's with the Tampa Bay Times. It had a phenomenal committee of people that did a lot of work. When it was all said and done, it was just it was probably the most successful one we've ever experienced, between the synergy in the community with the West Pasco Chamber and the Pasco Economic Development Council and the Greater Newport Richey Main Street. It was phenomenal. We started off the week on Monday with a gentleman by the name of Clay Clark, who has an organization called Thrive 15. He came to us from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it was at Spartan Manor. We had 258 people attend.
That doesn't surprise me
and
at all.
And he gave, we sort of squeezed his time, but he gave us a half hour of his best, and everybody walked out of there feeling really good about themselves.
That's so amazing. And you know, I've lived in Pasco for a number of years, as you know, raised my family there. But when I moved down here in 1984, there was nothing like that. So I'm glad to see that it's still, this is 22 years, that's a long time for engaging with businesses and bringing training to the Pasco County area.
And that's what the week's about. It's not only bringing training to just the chamber members, but it's bringing training to anybody in the community that's interested in getting more training for their businesses. Because what we figured out, and you and I have talked about this before, if the businesses grow, the community grows.
Absolutely.
And as the community grows, so does everything else around it, the cultural arts and everything, which makes it a really neat product.
It does. And the commonality with everyone I talk to is get involved with your chamber. That's what My Chamber TV is all about. And we get a chance to bring the community to you. That's why we call it the heartbeat of our community. So you had some other events going on.
We had some awesome events. I apologize. On Tuesday, we did the Successful Women in Business, minus Barbara Marville Kelly. But we had Veronica, we had Erica Riggins from Bay News 9.
Yes, very impressive.
We had the lovely Miss Julie Weintraub from Golden Diamond Source, and we had the lovely Miss Stacy Kemp from Kemp and Rouge. And
amazing.
And the three of them were absolutely, it was a phenomenal. We had 110 plus people at lunch.
I'm so glad to hear that.
And the three of them just knocked it out of the park. And it could go into the stories, because the things that they told you, I mean, that's what's so neat. If you can make it next year, you just learn things about these people that you had no idea.
Right. And you know what? Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And other people can feed off of that, especially, I think we've all had our ups and downs, and it's how we get back up, how we survive, how we keep going, how we keep the faith, and everything that makes us successful as a business person today. Well, even as a human being, a resident in the community, you can always glean a little something from another person, always, no matter what.
And it was just phenomenal. And then there were other things going around, but Wednesday, which is where you and John got to take a part, but Wednesday in the morning we do we call it Education Day, and we do it at the Fred K. Marchman Technical College now. They've just renamed it. And we have 100 students from 7 different West Pasco high schools. We have business leaders that do roundtables with them. They do a skit in one of the other rooms. And then we have a business leader this year, a gentleman by the name of Anthony Sakovich, that has a company called 5 Drivers. And he spoke to all 100 young adults for probably about 40 minutes. But the topper to that was we had lunch this year. We were, as a group, we were truly blessed, because not only did we get Erica Riggins on Tuesday, but our guest speaker on Wednesday was Veronica Cintron.
Nice.
And the other news anchor from Bay News 9.
Nice.
And I got to tell you something. Not only did she give a good talk, but Veronica stayed around and let all the kids take pictures with her. Aww. Some of them regular, some of them selfies. I mean, it was really a blast. She
Very
was
nice.
really,
She's
really
a real
sweetheart.
person.
She is. Yeah. Really, really a sweetheart. And then The one that you guys got to come and play with was our Business Development Community and Business Expo at the Verizon Event Center.
That expo was outstanding.
Talk.
I mean, it was just buzzing. The energy in there and all the camaraderie and the attendees and everybody setting up with a professional booth, and we were going around interviewing. In fact, we actually have some interviews whenever we're ready. We're going to go. He's ready.
Yeah, he's always ready.
Let's go ahead and take a look
The
at
man
some.
behind the camera is always ready.
I'm telling you. Hi, welcome to My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me is Chip Wickmanowski.
Excellent.
With the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce. Great to have you with us. This is a phenomenal event here at the Verizon Center. Amazing job that you guys have done with Business Development Week. I am impressed.
Well, thank you so much. It has been a true labor of love. A committee that put all this together, not only this particular expo, but the week-long events we're having, the positive feedback we're getting from all the people in the community that have attended our events. And we can't say enough to My Chamber TV, because we've been pitching it on you guys, and it's obviously made an impact because people are showing up. So thanks, My Chamber TV.
It's really our pleasure to do this. In fact, we did a show today, a half-hour show, and was driving our viewers over to the event as well. So hopefully it'll keep picking up.
I certainly hope so, and we got some great events for the rest of the week. So if anybody has any questions, go to westpasco.com and look at the website and take a look and see. There's still some events over the next couple of days that they can attend. It's been great.
Very good. Thanks, Chip.
Thanks, Barbara.
Thank you for joining us. We have more interviews coming up with My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. Hi, welcome to My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marville. With me is Stacy Kemp with Kemp Law Firm. It's great to have you with us. Good to see you again. Since you beat me at Dancing with the Local Stars, congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here today, and we are thankful that the Chamber invited us, and we are having a great time.
I see your billboards with that beautiful face everywhere. You have a lot to offer our community with clients. How long have you had your law firm here in the area?
We are going on 7 years in June. So we started in 2008, June of 2008, and we have been increasingly growing and giving back to our community from the day we began.
You really have. I see you involved in everything, everywhere. You're such a community person. This Verizon Center is amazing with the Business Development Week. You were also one of the speakers yesterday.
Yes, I had a great time. It was my pleasure to be able to speak, and everyone was very receptive, and it was a great crowd. Wonderful to be there.
Well, you know, I want to ask you, because you were talking about, you were speaking because you're obviously one of the successful women in the area. What would you say to women out there that just need that little extra something, some little takeaway from our interview today?
I would say that women or man, gender doesn't matter. If you put your heart into it and you put your mind to it and you give it everything you can, anyone can accomplish any goal. You just need to have a goal, and if that's really all it takes. I think anyone can have the power to really do anything that they put their mind to.
That's so perfect. You're beautiful from the inside and out. Thank you for that message.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much.
And thank
our
you.
whole team is here today, and we're always working together, and without them we wouldn't be where we are. So I just want to thank them for being here as well.
You're so gracious, and that's true. It takes teamwork. Thanks for joining us. Barbara Marville, My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. Hi, welcome to My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marville, and with me is Robert Self to talk about all the great things he's doing in this community. Hi there, Robert.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. It looks like you are a man of all trades. Tell us about it.
Well, I want to do something different than just the average lawn guy. I want to offer total property maintenance, which starts from the rooftop, gutters, down to the driveways, fences, everything from the top to the bottom of the house, which includes building decks, palm-based sculpting, and here's a before and after of a house I just painted and pressure washed, and I did some landscaping too, which was a major job.
You are really proud of what you're doing in the community. How long have you been in business?
About 4 years.
Very nice. You've accomplished a lot.
I'm trying to grow every day.
What do you think about the community in West Pasco?
I love it. I moved down from Chicago about 10 years ago. I also work for Coca-Cola down in Dunedin full-time, so this is my up-and-coming business, but I'd like to have it a lot more up than coming.
Well, we're going to help you do that. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm glad you guys come over.
All right. Thank you. And thank you, Barbara Marville, My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community.
Hi, welcome to My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marville, and with me is Brittany Leal, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to My Chamber TV.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy to be here too because I've been hearing all about this new restaurant extraordinaire called Dulcet. Can you give us your best of the best of what's going on over there? I can't wait to go.
It is very exciting. We have a lot of events Monday through Sunday. We're open 7 days a week, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. We do restaurant dinner hours from 4 to 10. From 10 to 2, we shut down, have a nightclub lounge theme. We do live jazz, live Latin music. Ladies' night is on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. We've got the more lively music, live DJs. Our name Dulcet comes from how we affect your senses, which is sweet to the taste, pleasant to the ear, and pleasant to the eye. So
Nice. I mean,
all around satisfying.
all around satisfying. I love that. Well, I want to thank you for joining us on My Chamber TV.
Well, thank you for having me. It was my pleasure.
We have to try Dulcet, seriously.
Everything is all natural and organic, too, so it's a plus.
Oh, I know I'm there now, especially with the organic.
Oh, yes.
Very nice. Thanks for joining us. Barbara Marville, My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community.
So there you have it. What happened?
Whoa. We just came back from outer space.
We did. That was a great trip, wasn't it?
It was awesome.
So those were those were just a small little portion of all the interviews. I don't know how many we did. I mean, we were really going.
And
you had so many business owners
We
there.
had, I believe, 55 business owners there.
Did you?
And you know what? You guys never, you guys are behind the scenes, but thank you guys for coming out and taking your time to do that night. I know it helps My Chamber TV,
Sure.
but you know what? It helps the community, and that's what it's all about. So thank you guys.
It does. Thank you. It was our pleasure, really, and we're going to keep doing more of that. And I'm hoping because Tampa Bay Multimedia and Beam TV and all of us here really want to get back out in the community, do some video streaming on some of the live events and different things like that. So we're evolving into that, and it really does my heart good to go and do these interviews and give everybody a shot at getting on camera and doing, really pouring their passion out for what they're doing.
And just to wrap it up, because I know we're getting close to the end of the segment, but that was Wednesday. And again, on Thursday morning, we had the Success Breakfast. And those are members of our chamber that are 20-year plus veterans of the chamber. And that was Rich Beckish, who is the president of Spring Engineering, Cammie Austin, who's a senior VP with Synovus Bank, and David Dempsey, who is the one of our dentists that's been in the area. And again, some real interesting background to these stories. That's what's so fun about them is, you see them as they are today.
Sure.
But when they tell you where they were and where they came from, it's so much fun. And we did that on Thursday. And then Thursday night, we had our own little Shark Tank. We did the Smart Start Challenge.
How'd that go? I bet it was phenomenal.
Unfortunately, I was running some other things, but I think we vetted about 5 different companies, and we ended up awarding $1,000 to the third place, $2,000 to the second place, and $5,000 to the first place, which was a veteran that's doing some rehab in a different type of way, natural, and it was really
Beautiful,
neat, very very cool,
beautiful.
nice turnout. Probably the neatest thing on Friday, we had an 8 a.m. breakfast. 8 a.m. It's on social media, 20 to 20. We ended up with 40 plus people at this breakfast that morning.
That's so great.
And then we wrapped up the week with the Pasco Economic Development Council luncheon out at the Tampa Bay Country Club. And it was, again, another phenomenal showing. So it was an awesome week. And thanks to you guys, because you helped make it.
Well, thanks to you for doing all this in the community. I mean, it must take a huge team effort to pull this off for this was a full week going because we started promoting it with Victoria Barley a few weeks ago.
Who was the person responsible for that awesome expo.
Yes, and she did such a phenomenal job. She was a great guest on the show. We try to stay ahead of ourselves and talk about what's coming up. And
but it's fun to talk about once it's over. It's fun to talk about how successful it was.
Exactly, and you guys are really the pinnacle of success at West Pasco Chamber of Commerce. And again, I've got to say, get involved with your chamber. And if you live in the Pasco area, join the West Pasco. If you don't, at least find a chamber that you can become a member of and engage yourself. You'd be surprised if you've never been a member of the chamber before, how it can help motivate you, inspire you, and really take your business to a higher level.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Well, it looks like are we taking a little break right now? Yeah, we're going to
Yeah,
wrap it
I
up
think
for
we are.
now. And I thank you, Paul, for coming back
Thank
again.
you again. It was
All
a pleasure.
right. And I know you'll be back.
I think I will. Maybe even today.
You just never know.
Never know.
All right. Thanks for not being so shy. We'll be right back after these messages.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
And welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. I have two lovely ladies that has some really nice history that I can't wait to talk about. We happen to have Becky Bennett, Director of Development of Pasco Kids First. Right. And we also have Ava Johns, who is actually making a career change as we speak. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
But what both of you have in common is this sleek and sexy event that's coming up at a very special restaurant that is going to show you how Pasco County and Newport Richey is really taking the place on the map in the world with really high-class restaurant service, something different and everything. So you girls are also part of the Young Professionals, right? And tell me briefly about that and how this all led into Sleek and Sexy. And I know, Ava, you've had a big part in this Sleek and Sexy, and so have you. So I can't wait to hear all about this. What is it all about? Did it start from the Young Professionals?
Right. The Young Professionals group is a group of the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce. And it's made of 21 to 40-year-olds who get together once a month. And we've started about 8 years ago because this is our 8th annual Sleek and Sexy event. And it actually, Sleek and Sexy started with somebody that was running for honorary governor. Her name was Julie Rogers. And so the Young Professionals group, she was a charter member with Young Professionals, and we decided to back her on that. And so after it was such a big success the first year, we had it at Zen Forest in Newport Richey, we decided to continue having it, and now it's a West Pasco Young Professionals group fundraiser.
Fun. Yeah. So it's a fundraiser?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about what the fundraiser is about.
Well, the fundraiser, the Sleek and Sexy, it's an awesome event. Like I said, it's the 8th annual, and this year we have a new venue. It's going to be at Dulcet. It's awesome. It's not only for young professionals. I do want to say that because often people think that since it's a young professional event, it's open to the public. And we have dance contest. Well, we have the Dancing with the Stars winner, Stacy Kemp. She's going to come back and perform her very sexy Lindy Hop.
That is definitely worth seeing. She did a absolutely stellar performance.
Right.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and I actually missed it, so I'm really excited to be able to bring her back so I can see it this year.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And she's such a good person. We actually interviewed her. You saw the little clip that we did. Yeah.
She's wonderful. She's very active in the community, willing to help every nonprofit, it seems like.
Oh, that's so great. That's perfect. And I understand Dulcet is a fairly new restaurant, but it's not just any ordinary restaurant. In fact, we have 2 gentlemen that's going to be coming up shortly to talk all the features and benefits and what makes this restaurant so compelling. I just can't wait to go there. I really can't.
Actually, with Sleek and Sexy, we usually have themes. So we had a masquerade theme, a 007 theme, but this year our theme is Dulcet. Because it is a total experience. It's something like Newport she's never seen before, and so we're super excited to be able to have it there at Dulcet to be able to feature the restaurant, but also bring a new twist, for our 8th annual.
That is so fun to be able to do the Sleek and Sexy, and then and you've got contests going.
We do.
Right? Let's talk about that. That sounds like fun.
Do you want to talk?
Go ahead, Ava. You had your fingers in all the pies over there. Let's hear about it.
I help with the look and the marketing, the logo, and everything.
Because that's what your profession has been.
Yes,
right.
I've been doing marketing for a while. The contests are the sexiest contests, so our sponsors were able to choose a certain theme that they wanted to sponsor, like Sexiest Eyes. We have legs, shoes, hair, smile, and it would be a dentist would sponsor the Sexiest Smile. So then during the event, they would go and find people that have beautiful smiles and then give them a ticket to go up, and they have a contest at the end. It's a lot of fun.
Right, so it's by applause. And
that's so fun.
One of the really fun ones is Sexiest Swagger. So the men and women get involved in it and really have a great time.
I love it. That is fun.
We're adding something new this year also.
Bow tying contest.
Oh, really?
So we can get some couples up there and try
to see how fast they can tie the bow.
Oh, that's so cute.
I think they get directions and a bow with it too. So if they've never done it before, then they have to communicate and figure out how to do it, and be a lot of fun just to get everybody all.
Gosh, you guys are so creative. Now, did you come up with all these ideas, or?
Oh no, it was a group effort.
Joint.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So how many's on the team? You must have a big team to pull this off, right?
We have about 10.
Yeah?
10.
So everybody has their own little spot, their own little position on who's on first and all that.
Yeah, and we have so many sponsors. I have to say our presenting sponsor is Pontlitz Asset Advisors, and he's a past YPG president and part of the charter group as well. But the proceeds that are raised from the Sleek and Sexy event help support young professionals in educational opportunities, including Leadership Pasco scholarships.
Oh, very nice.
And Derek, who's with Pontlitz Asset Advisor, Derek Pontlitz, he was our very first recipient of the Leadership Pasco Scholarship. So he wanted to come back and give back to the group. And
that is so
yeah, it's really great. We have sponsors all the way from Sarasota.
Really?
Who want to come and be part of this event. Lamborghini of Sarasota is going to be there. They're going to have a Lamborghini right out front of Dulcet. We're really excited.
Wow, this is really fun. They didn't have anything like that when I was a younger professional. They had nothing like this. I was saying that to you guys before the show. You know, when I was a beginning professional in banking and in real estate and all that, there was nothing like this. And it's, you know what I love about what you guys do, and like with Paul and the different events, is you really introduce a lot of fun. It's not just all business. It's not all, and you have to do that. You've got to have some fun. So that's great. So do you guys have a favorite on what's going to be happening for the contests?
Oh, we did the food testing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the food
Tell
tasting,
me.
the tasting of what we have. We have jerk chicken skewers with mango ginger sauce and pork satay skewers. The food was amazing. So it's just a little preview of what the restaurant will be able to offer.
So you guys were instrumental in deciding what foods? Oh, very
so we'll have
good.
some appetizers. As soon as everybody's coming into the restaurants, they'll be handed a champagne glass, and there's a place where they can take pictures with all the logos of all the sponsors. It's going to be a good event.
Now, what's the dress for that?
Cocktail.
Cocktail, okay.
You can dress as high as you want.
Right, cocktail to black tie. Some men will come in tuxedos, but most of us girls will be in our little black dresses, and because we want to feature those sexy shoes to try to win the contest.
Why, of course, of course.
And bring your smile and your hair.
Yeah, and all that stuff that
And the
goes along
swagger.
with it. And so you got to have that swagger, got to have that attitude, right? I love it.
And we also have diamond earrings that are going to be given away. Pink tourmaline diamond earrings donated by DeLuca's Fine Jewelry, and they've donated for the last several years. We're so appreciative of them. And Joanna DeLuca, she is our sexiest hair. She has Style Makers Hair Salon, so they're supporting in both ways. And you don't have to be present to win for the earrings. So that's $20 a ticket, $30 for 2 tickets. So if people are interested in coming and supporting the young professionals in that way, we have that opportunity.
That is so neat. That, I'll tell you, it's just so great that you guys came on to talk about this, because how would you know unless you lived in our community and were just maybe doing some networking in the community? That's what My Chamber TV is all about. Isn't this a great way to talk about what you're doing?
Oh, absolutely. I've watched it.
Yeah, I know. It's just really a lot of fun. And it takes the participation of bringing people like yourself that are passionate about what you're doing and getting the message out there and letting you see the forward thinkers in our community and how you can pull together something so creative, so fun, and giving back in the community. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right.
So where can we get tickets?
Oh, yes. You want to buy your tickets at the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce, at DeLuca's Fine Jewelry, or Dulcet.
Perfect.
$35 a person, $60 a couple.
And I bet they are going very, very quickly.
We will be sold
because
out soon.
It's next week. Next week, the 12th.
February the 12th.
Okay, and it starts at what time?
6:30.
Is there a chance we might be able to get tickets at the door?
A small chance.
Small chance.
We
That's
have a
what I thought.
Facebook page. You can ask on the Facebook page
Oh,
if they're
good.
still available.
Okay, very
or
good.
visit westpasco.com, and all of our details are on there
Oh,
also.
perfect, perfect. And what's the Facebook page?
Sleek and sexy.
Sleek and sexy. Who knew, right? Thank you, ladies. We're going to take a brief time out. When we come back, we are going to have 2 gentlemen from Dulcet to talk about that fabulous restaurant and the event coming up.
Yes.
Hope you guys will come back.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just 1 or 2 options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
And welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. I can tell you're having a great time so far. I certainly am, talking about the various events in the community, the beautiful restaurant that is fairly new, and it is taking us all by storm. And with me happens to be two major players over here at Dulcet. We have Justin Tabb. You are the PR manager, correct? And Nico Brown, you're the event planner. You guys must be having a blast over there. That's all I hear about. It is the buzzword in West Pasco. I want to hear about these events that are going on. We're obviously doing the Sleek and Sexy. The girls were just talking about that. So this must be really fun for you.
Yes, it is. I mean, we're just honored that they included us in it. That'll be, like they said, the 12th of Thursday next week. And it's a great event that's going on for their charity.
That is so much fun. And you are the PR guy, so let's hear the PR about this Dulcet, because you were giving me a little sneak peek earlier, and I've just been itching to hear more about it.
Yeah, well, Dulcet really has a lot to offer. I'm really glad that Sleek and Sexy decided to have their event at Dulcet. But I think we really have a lot to offer the area. Mostly the experience as a whole is really just phenomenal. I mean, you don't really feel like you're in Newport Richey anymore. You walk in, a lot of people have been saying Miami, Vegas, New York. But I mean, that's all, a lot of different elements contribute to it. I mean, we have a living wall where we take all of our vegetables, herbs, everything the chef uses, our bartenders as well, all the drinks that they make. We have a living wall that we pick the herbs and all the spices right off the wall and wash them and then use them right in front of you. We also have a water wall that you can dine next to. So basically, we put a waterfall in a wall and said, you know, there you go. We also have Atmosphere 4K, which we are the only restaurant on the East Coast that has that. It is software from Germany. It syncs all of our 4K audio and visuals throughout the entire building. So guests can enjoy a performance that is almost comparable to a live performance from various different genres, and all of the footage is recorded from 4K cinematic cameras over in Germany, and they send it over to us, and we've got a lot of different artists, we've got cityscapes, a lot of landscapes. It's really something to behold.
What's the square footage of this restaurant?
Just over 6,000 feet. And we have 2 floors. Our second floor is our lounge. So if you come during our dining hours, that would be where you would enjoy your happy hour. We have couches, and during certain events, we use that for bottle service and private parties.
Very nice. Do you have a dance floor over there?
Yes, we do. After dining is completed about 10 o'clock, we move a few of the tables, and we create the dance floor based on the event.
Very nice. Good,
I think one of the best things we have is Paul Sims, our executive chef, whose food is phenomenal. He actually trained under Wolfgang Puck, and he's worked at the London Savoy and host of very, very upscale establishments across the world. And really, you gotta come in and you gotta try his food. It's hands down the best I've ever had in my entire life.
If he was trained by Wolfgang Puck, because I've worked with Wolfgang Puck and I've been entertained by Wolfgang over in Orlando, so I have all his cookware. If you're out there, Wolf, we're talking about you. It's great. That's awesome. That is so awesome.
You gotta stop in and see Paul.
Yeah, I know. That is so incredible. So give me an idea. Get me salivating here. What are some of the great dishes? I know. We'll be here all day, right?
That's how Nico, what's your favorite?
Well, just give you an idea of what we're going to be presenting for Sleek and Sexy, and this is just hors d'oeuvres. We're going to be doing jerk chicken skewers in mango ginger sauce, pork satay skewers, bruschetta with balsamic glaze, mini crab cakes with our signature tartar sauce, and tomato basil flatbread. Now, this will be all distributed out throughout the evening with our servers bringing them around to everyone to enjoy. And this is just something that we do. Like, for instance, tonight we have media night. We'll be also passing out hors d'oeuvres for the media so they can try it and be able to explain it from their own words. And then we have an actual event going on tonight called the Gatsby Gala, which is another charity that we're sponsoring for Family Partnership in Pasco County.
Wow. Now, what time is media night?
It starts at 5 o'clock. It's from 5 to 7.
5 to 7. I'm going to really try to make it over there.
I think you should.
Looking forward to having you, hopefully.
Question on those crab cakes. Is that what we had at the expo?
Yes, it is.
I managed to chow down one of those, okay, even though my producer was a slave driver. That was all I got to eat. So at least I did get a little something. So, and they like melt, they just melt in your mouth. And beautiful flavor, but different. Now, the one thing that you said, Justin, earlier before the show when we were talking about the restaurant was the fact that it's an experience. Because I was about to ask you, but you told me before I asked you on what makes Dulcet different than other restaurants out there. It's the experience. It's the experience. And I mean, the living wall, I've never heard of that. Am I living a sheltered life for a while? I've never heard of that. That's amazing.
Before Dulcet, I had never seen a living wall, but we have one at both of our bars, and we also have one right next to where people dine, so they literally get to see exactly what they're eating. All fresh, all organic. Everything is more or less made in-house. Like I said, Paul Sims, he's a phenomenal chef. Really, I think the best way to kind of take it on is just you got to at least come and take a tour. But if you can sit down, dine, even just have an appetizer, you just really breathe it all in. It's really good experience.
I love that. When I go to dine, and my husband and I don't go out a lot because we had so many years of doing all that. I finally get a chance to cook at home, but when we do go out, I want the experience. I want an experience. I truly want to dine. I want to take the time, have a little glass of wine, and just sit back, listen to some music, and enjoy the atmosphere. And it sounds like you have a full-blown, beautiful atmosphere for people to enjoy.
Yeah, the experience starts the moment you walk up to the door. The doorman opens the door for you, you walk across the red carpet, and you walk inside, and you forget exactly where you're at. You have to double check, and then by the time the hostess sits you down, you're looking at the menu. By the first bite, you're in heaven.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
And the amazing part is it's right here in the community, right in our backyard. You know, you don't have to go to New York, you don't have to go to Vegas, you don't have to go to Tokyo, you don't have to fly anywhere across the world. You just go to downtown Newport Richey.
Now, exactly where is Dulcet? in Newport Richey, so we can let our viewers know, because you have to, you know what, even if you're in Clearwater, if you're in Tampa, I know I have this really good feeling that it's definitely going to be worth your while. Where is it in Newport Richey?
Right on the corner of Grand and Missouri.
Actual
Grand
address
and
is
Missouri.
6220 Grand Boulevard.
Okay. And I'm guessing we probably need reservations a good little while
Well,
in
we
advance.
take walk-ins also, but
Do you?
reservations are recommended, especially on nights that we have events. Like, for instance, this Saturday we're having the Black Honkies, and all the reservations are completely booked. So right now it's a waiting list and standing room only at this point.
And so what I love about it is that you do, now you're the event planner, and I love the fact that you have special events there. It's not just dining. You obviously have this for other special events. Can you give us an idea? Now, when did you open up?
We opened it up New Year's Eve. That was our grand opening.
So that was the grand opening?
Yes.
My goodness. In fact, Paul Friedlander called us up on New Year's Eve to invite us to come. We didn't have anything to do except we were caregiving for our little Yorkie, or we would have been there. So you are still brand new.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And I bet you are booked solid.
Yeah, for instance, next Saturday for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, what are you doing?
We have a live jazz and R&B band that will be performing right after dinner. Of course, we'll use the Atmosphere 4K, which is during dinner. That's something you'd have to see for yourself. We can explain it all day, but
I know.
Until you see it yourself, then you'll understand what we're talking about. But we'll have a red and white party. If you wear red and or white, you get a free red and or white shot as you enter the building. Complimentary champagne, roses for the women, and we're gonna have an extravagant party after.
Wow, that sounds like fun. That really sounds like fun. And I mean, to be able to go somewhere, and that's the other thing, when we do go out, we want to go where we know everything is cooked fresh, but to have that live wall with organics, because I've transitioned us over to organic foods, which is so much healthier for you, and it tastes better as well. And so did you hear what Justin said? The chef is, what is his name again?
Paul Sims.
Paul Sims, who actually was trained by Wolfgang Puck, and oh my goodness, I love Wolfgang Puck. I mean, the shows that we did over at the Home Shopping Network and the cooking and all of that, the guy's phenomenal. He's amazing. So it sounds like you have a package that is fully put together and an experience that you'll always remember. So it's Dulcet in Newport Richey. You want to check it out. And if you're part of the media, head over there tonight. I may see you there. It sounds like it's going to be loads and loads of fun. I want to thank you, gentlemen, so much for coming on our show.
Thank you very much.
And I hope you'll come back. Maybe we'll do some video streaming over there at Dulcet. I think it would be definitely worth every once in a while.
Looking forward to it. Like to get your
Yes.
expression off your first taste of food.
Yes,
Definitely.
me too.
Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Very good.
Or follow us on Twitter, or follow us on Instagram. We're pretty much everywhere. So, or just look it up at Dulcet Dining, and it's all taken care of.
You can tell Justin's the PR guy. I love it. Thank you. We'll be right back after these messages. Paul Friedlander, the shy guy, is going to be back. So stay with us. We'll see you back after this.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. Paul Friedlander's back once again. I was just picking on him for a minute. I said, good Lord, you've got all of March and part of April here. We're not even through February yet. You are determined.
Well, we got to let people know what's going on in our community.
I'm teasing you.
We got to go. And one thing I do want to mention, because you just had two fabulous sections with Dulcet, which, oh my goodness, when you go to eat there, I want to get a picture of you tasting the food for the first time, too. And one of the things, I don't know if you remember the Black Swan down in Rubin-Icott.
Yes.
Paul Sims actually was the chef there for a while, too.
Wow, wow.
And the girls, those are always your best segments. They get the pretty girls on here, but Becky talked about that beautiful necklace with the pink,
yes.
Was it tourmaline?
Tourmaline.
And diamonds. One thing she didn't mention was that for $20 you get one, for $30 you get two. She mentioned that, but it's got $1,100 value. Nice. So for $20 or $30 for two tickets, you're getting a shot at a necklace that's got an $1,100 value.
That's motivating.
Yeah,
that is really motivating. So speaking of motivating, what do we have coming up? The list of events?
The Chasco Fiesta is something that's gone on in our community since 1922. Mm-hmm. And each year they pick a king and a queen. It's King Pithla and Queen Chasco.
Yes.
This past year, Candace Gloon, who was on your show a few weeks ago.
She's so sweet.
She is Queen Chasco. We, unfortunately, a gentleman that put together Celebration of Lights, Dave Paris, left us, but Dave was last year's King Pithla.
Yes.
So it's a very, very important occasion in this community. It means a lot to the people of the community. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do something a little different this year. Chasco Fiesta is going to go from March 20th till March 28th. And normally that Friday night before is when they do that Friday the 20th is when they do the Chasco Ball, where they select the king and queen. Oh. This year, the Chasco Fiesta Ball is going, Coronation Ball, which is hosted by Lighthouse for the Blind, is going to be on March 13th. A Friday, a whole week before, I think, to let people recover the next day before they start into their real festivities. But what's neat is organizations all over the community nominate a king and a queen.
That is so neat.
And then,
now what do they? Excuse me. What do they use to? What is the criteria?
That's the whole secret. We're not even sure who the committee is. What you do is you turn
that
in.
Sounds like fun.
You end up turning in a bio of everything you've done in your community, what you've put together, what you've done, and then there's this secret committee, which I think the only people not secret are the past king and queen, and they sit down and they look through all these bios, which can be as many as 20 or 25 kings and 25 queens that have been nominated. But the bottom line, like everything else, it's so much fun because the bottom line is just the honor to be nominated.
Sure.
And the Rotary clubs nominate people, and the different charities, and the West Pasco Chamber nominates people. So it's really, really fun. And through the week, here's what's neat is Chasco Fiesta, it does all types, everything goes to different foundations in the community.
I
so
love
the money's
that.
raised through this whole period. And there's Indian, Native American Indian dances and tents and different things set up because that's the way it originally started. And that part of it's really, really neat.
That is.
But when it starts, you've got the carnival that's there all week. You've got the West Pasco Sertoma beef barbecue, which is a phenomenal lunch that they serve up there. You have the Native American Festival, as I mentioned. There's the Chasco Fiesta Market, Arts and Crafts show hosted by Ann Claude High School, so the high schools get involved. Junior Service League has a children's village. Chasco Main Street hosts a mile, is hosted by Gulf High School, so it's a mile run. They have, Synovus Bank has Chasco Fiesta Street Parade, and that's really, and here's what's neat about this.
I remember that from years
this
and years
street
ago.
parade is really, really something because you get crews from all over the Tampa Bay area. And for those of you that don't, cruise starts with a K. It's Krewes, and you get them from all down in Manatee. Some come up from Sarasota, and these floats are, it's a mini, I gotta be honest with you, it's a mini Gasparilla.
Wow.
It's really, really
wow.
neat. And they have different bands every night, and most of them are free. When we get to the 28th, that Saturday night, we have, that's the country western night. And we've had names like Luke Bryant was in before he became quote unquote Luke Bryant. Rascal Flatts was in Newport Richie, believe it or not. This year is a gentleman, and I apologize, I'm not a big country western guy. I like country western music, but we have Frankie Ballard is our featured singer.
Wow.
But here's the special guest is Craig Wayne Boyd. Now, it's not a show I usually watch, but Craig Wayne Boyd was the winner of The Voice this year. He was on Blake Shelton's team.
How about
so
that?
I'm thinking, based on looking at him on TV, going to draw a big crowd of women.
Sure. Absolutely. Definitely. Oh,
But
that's great.
What else? Talk to me. What are you going to come out and hang with us?
I've got. I really have got to. You've got so much going on here. I mean, just look at your list of everything.
We got the following week, Saturday. We have the boat parade, which is really, really neat, and that gives that. Last year, our Rotary Club came in first in one of the areas, and what they did was Tim McLean, who owns Employment Express, he actually had a texting winner.
Really?
And we won the text-in votes for our float.
Oh my goodness, that texting, you can do just about anything with that.
So,
that's so cool.
Bottom line is, I know this is at the end of March, but as you and I have talked about, there is so much going on in the community right now.
Yes, there really is.
And as I mentioned earlier when I was first on with you, the synergy between the different organizations, the talk of some of the training that's going to start to happen. Because again, like I said, if we get as the businesses grow, the foundations grow, the community grows.
It's so true. And you know, if you were with us earlier and saw some of the videos, John and I went to the expo last Wednesday
Yes.
evening. We headed out right after our show. We had an abbreviated version of My Chamber TV because we were so excited we wanted to head over there. And believe me, I was like stunned with so many of the participants. And you know, they were only there for so many hours, and we closed that place with our last interview. And it was just really neat to see everybody. And you see a lot of the same people all the time, and that's what helps to build those relationships. You meet people. You want to do business with people you know, like, and trust. And honestly, I mean, we've been at this My Chamber TV. It'll be coming up on a year now.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
awesome.
I can't believe it. It will be this year. It'll be a whole year. And I've met some phenomenal people, and then we've circled around where I've met people that I knew from when I lived up in West Pasco. And it's just really a great mix of businesses, residents, participants, all the way around.
It's a phenomenal area. It's a phenomenal area of people. I always say to somebody, you would think based on the number of fundraisers that we have, the number of networking groups that are offered, that you'd think it was an area of 4 million people. And I guess that can be taken both ways, but it's a positive. And the neat thing is that everybody's got the same end goal.
Yes.
Is what can we do to make the community better? I'll give you an example, and this is not a plug for anybody, but this morning we did a ribbon cutting for Mid-Florida Bank, Credit Union, pardon me. And They just opened a brand spanking gorgeous new branch at the corner of Rowan Road and 54, where the old Blockbuster was. So even in those areas, I mean, the growth continues.
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, the growth continues.
See, it really does. Oh, you know what? You're a small community, but with a big heart.
Yes.
And I say that time and time again. You want to see what's happening in your community, join your Chamber of Commerce. You'll see what's happening. But get involved, because if you're not involved, you can't really give back. I mean, just joining it and paying your dues and sitting back and, okay, well, what's happening? You got to engage yourself. You've got to meet people and tell people what you're doing. Come on our show. Anybody that's involved with the Chamber of Commerce, you're more than welcome to come on, and we'll talk about what you're doing and get that exposure out there. I tell you, I love it. This is fantastic.
And you've talked about it. It's all about giving people traction. What can we do to help that next person get that next sale, add that one more person to their staff, and just I mean, right now, like I know I've used the word too many times, synergy, but the growth and the role that we're on right now is just phenomenal.
Yes.
And the key is the continuation of the momentum.
Exactly, keeping it going.
You get a place like Dulcet, what can we do? What can we add now?
Right.
You get the community growing. What can we do now to grow it some more?
Yeah.
And you guys came out and saw us during Trinity Growth and Development Day. So
yes, we did.
As a community, the growth is phenomenal.
And I mean, it's like back-to-back events. You never have to be concerned about going to. In fact, I can't believe all of the events and coming from all these different directions. I wish I could clone myself so that I could attend everything. But that's one reason why I love doing the show, because you guys all come here and I get to hear about it and everything. But when you participate in the community and really you feel that energy and you feel everyone resonated with everyone else, and you get speakers coming in, entertainment coming in. I mean, really, West Pasco is on a roll. I understand that. I truly do. When I moved down here in 1984, I tell this story all the time. There was one pizza restaurant. That was it. I mean, and so to hear this Dulcet going on, and with the chef and the Sleek and Sexy, that's coming up February 12th. So definitely check that out and come.
And it's people like you that are helping, again, continue with this momentum. And I'll probably get yelled at for this, but, the important people sometimes are the ones behind the scenes. So I'm giving a shout out to Mr. Gaston back there, because if not for him, we'd be sitting here talking to a TV screen and not a camera.
That is so true. And John really goes above and beyond the extra mile, and he's great to work with. And I was telling the girls that he has this genius mind. He's always forward thinking, and he comes up with stuff that I'm like, where did that come from? And it's always great to work with John.
And we appreciate it. We appreciate you. We appreciate John, and just thank you so much for all the time you've given us.
It's our pleasure. I remember getting the call from John. I got something perfect for you. I go, yeah, what is it? And I go, how's the lighting? I knew the lighting was going to be good anyway, because I worked with John before. I said, I will do it, absolutely. And I haven't looked back since. And it's just always, I look forward to coming here. It's only 1 hour, but it's an hour-packed show that really gives you that opportunity to see what's happening in our community, meet our shy guy, Paul Freelander, and I know Chip Wickmanowski will be showing up one time. Maybe are you guys going to alternate every other month?
Something like that. Yeah, we'll figure that out. But we're as we work through. But again, I can't say it enough. Thank you guys so much for all
pleasure
you do
is
for our
all
community.
ours, really. So you never know when you'll see me floating around in the community and with the microphone in my hand again.
And I'll keep you informed of when you should be. So.
Okay, well, good. Thank you so much.
Sweetie.
You're a
Thank
delight.
you.
And thank you for being with us here and listening to what's happening in the community. A lot of great things happening. Remember, Dulcet, the latest and greatest in Newport Richey. Remember the Sleek and Sexy event that's going to be coming up. A lot of fundraisers, a lot of ways that you can really give back yourself. Join your Chamber of Commerce if you're not anywhere near us. Check your chamber out. You'd be surprised how it can really help your business grow. And besides, you get to meet a lot of people and make a lot of new friends, too.
There you go. We do that.
We'll see you next week, same time, same place, right here in Tarpon Springs, live and unrehearsed. My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm your host, Barbara Marvel. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.